Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. Thank you for being here today. So today's video is going to be a hair tutorial and I'll be showing you how I take it from this to this, all just using my GHD straighteners. This must be my most asked question on Instagram. How do you curl your hair? What colours do you use? What tone do you use? What barrels? Like that. And when I say I actually use my straighteners, people say, well, how do you do it with your straighteners? I can never get it right. Can you show us how to do it? And so I thought I would do a talking YouTube video, talking you how I do it, why I do it this way, and just things that I've learned over the years. So first things first, like I said, I do use my straighteners. I use these ones. These are pink GHDs. I've had these for like 10 years now. You can see they're probably not in the best condition. I have literally had them for 10 years. I remember getting them, I must have been like year 9. Was it year 9? Yeah, I think I was in year 9 and I was so happy that I got them. I'd been begging my mum to get me some for ages. We had some like really cheap straighteners, but they just weren't that good, so yeah. I've had these ones. I do really rate GHDs. I feel like they are the best brand out there for straighteners. So first things first, because we are going to be putting heat on our hair and you do want to protect it, you need to use heat protecting spray. So the ones I use, I've actually got 3 here. These are ones that I use when my hair is damp. So today I've literally just washed my hair and quickly blow dried it straight. And you can see it's got a really nice shine to it. I do put this down to the products that I use. So I currently have 3 that I use. The first one is this Neil & Wolf Smoothing Blow Dry Balm. Now this is a new product that I've just been introduced to and I'm absolutely loving it. You just need like a coin size amount on your hands, rub your hands together and then put it through damp or like towel dry hair, and then you can blow dry your hair and it makes it really smooth, shiny and just quite silky feeling. So I'm absolutely loving that. Other days I will use these 2 products together. So this is the Living Proof Perfect Hair Day. So this is a 5-in-1 styling treatment. So again, you just get a small amount on your hand, rub it together and then put it through your hair. And then after that I would use the Technique Art from L'Oreal. It's the thermo modelling spray, and just spray that over, and then I will like brush my hair and blow dry it so the product gets all through it. And again, it just makes your hair feel really smooth and soft, and it does protect from heat damage. So really recommend these products. I'll link them down below if anyone's interested. So before I get into showing you how I curl my hair, I want to just talk about a few things on what not to do. So first of all, these are off, don't worry. When I was at school, I remember trying to curl my hair and I would go down the hair like this and then get to the bottom and then twist it up and hold it. So like here, hold it and just think, oh yeah, it's curling my hair. This is so bad. As you can imagine, that's a lot of heat on your hair. So especially down here where you're holding it here, that's directly on the heat, and the whole time you're holding the curl, it's going to be on there. As you can imagine, the ends of my hair were pretty bad condition. This is so damaging, so do not do that. That is such a bad way of curling your hair. So another thing I want to talk about is the different types of curls that you can get through using your straighteners. So if you want a really tight ringleted curl, you want to wrap the hair really tightly around the GHDs or the straighteners, whatever you're using, as you pull it down. But if you want it to be more of like a really subtle, loose curl, then you just want to do it very slowly and just turn it very slowly as you're pulling it down your hair. These will give 2 very different effects. So if you want that tight curl, then you want to be wrapping the hair around really tightly around the GHDs and then pulling it down. So literally like all the way around, and then it'll give you like a ringlet. But if you want it to be more of like a loose curl or wave, which is what we're going to be doing today, then I would just literally be slowly turning it as I'm pulling it down. You can see the difference in like my hand movements. Obviously these are off, so you can't see the full effects. I don't want to like end up with one really big ringlet curl, because I want it to be how I'm doing it today. I do first of all start off by just putting my hair into 2 sections and putting this side into a ponytail just to keep it out of the way, and then we can focus on one side properly. So I would always start from the back and going forward. This is just so once the curls are once the hair's been curled, then I can put it over the back and it's out of the way. If you start from the front going to the back, then you're going to have quite a lot of like curls and hair in the way, so you can't see the back as easy. That's just how I find it helpful. And I also would always go away from the face. So when you're curling your hair, you want to be using GHDs and going away from the face. This just opens your face up, brightens it, and then you don't have that hair like falling into your face, because that is so annoying when you're walking along or you're at work or whatever and you keep having hair falling in your face. It's very annoying for me. So yeah, always recommend going away from your face, and then when it's at the back, it'll just meet in the middle and you can just run your fingers through, so it'll be more of like a really nice subtle meeting instead of really rigid. But yeah, so we're going to start at the back. So I would always try and get like the same amount of size hair for each curl. So we're going to go for this. So you can brush through your hair first, but I tend to just use my fingers and just go I always start my curls halfway down the hair as well. So we're going to start halfway down, curling away from my face. We're going to go that way. We just are going to subtly twist it as we pull the hair down. Okay, and it just gives a nice loose curl like that. I've also started to not go all the way down to the bottom of my ends, to the ends of my hair, because I just like the way it looks when they're not curled so much. So we're going to do another one. So again, we're going to start down like halfway down the strand of hair that we've got and just subtly twisting it as we go down. And there we go. Like I said, it doesn't matter too much if you're holding it from up here or from below. It's all just more about how you are twisting it round and how fast you drag the hair down. Go halfway down, just subtly turning as we come down, but then leaving the ends. I absolutely love my hair curly now. I used to have it straight pretty much all the time, but I just feel like now I've got my hair, my curling, styling routine down to a T. I just love it. I feel like this suits me a lot better. And I just think now I can do it as well. I can do it quite quick. When I'm obviously not filming, I can do this very quickly. So it's quite easy to do. Again, just slowly coming down. If you do get any curls that are very ringlety and that you don't really like them, you want them to be a bit more relaxed, just run your fingers through them. Whilst they're still hot, they're still setting, and until they're cool, then they haven't set properly. So yeah, whilst they're still warm or like hot, then you can just run your fingers through them. This will give them a bit more of a relaxed look. I know my hair straighteners are letting off a bit of steam. I literally just think this is because they are so old. I really do not want these to break because I absolutely love them. I remember when my mum got them for me as well, I'd been begging her for ages to get them for me, and she just kept saying no, too expensive and stuff. And then one day I was at home and she's like, right, you need to tidy your bedroom, you need to tidy out your wardrobe. And I was like, yeah, whatever, I'll do it later, and kept putting it off because I was a lazy teenager. And I remember it probably was like 2 weeks later that I finally did it. She kept saying to me, you need to do your wardrobe, you need to tidy up. I was like, yeah, okay, fine. I finally was like, fine, I'll do it. And I went in there and she'd basically hidden them in there as a surprise for me. So kind of learnt my lesson from that I should do as I'm told straight away. But that was a very nice treat from her. I was very excited when I got them. I felt so cool to finally be able to have like the cool kids GHDs, because they felt like they were way cooler than the ones I had. So yeah, as you can see, we're not going all the way down, but I feel like that looks a lot better to have the ends like this. So that is this side done, and that is literally all I've been doing. So to recap, halfway down the hair, subtly just slowly twisting it round and not going all the way to the end, and then just leaving it till it's cooled down to touch it so we can let it set. I do tend to let my hair cool before putting any hairspray on that, just so that it's fully in place and then it won't like drag the curls down, because that's what I do find happens a lot with my hair. So we'll go from this one, we'll start at the back again, and again literally just doing what we did the other side, just on here and just twisting as we pull it down and not all the way to the ends. As I said, the curl doesn't set until it's cool, so if you do get any, as you can see, as I'm sometimes flicking it over to the back, I'm like twisting around my finger a bit. This also just helps the curl set into a nice place. So literally just bring it down and curling as we go around. I actually do have quite a lot of colours and curling tongs, but I just feel like I just like the way it looks more with straighteners, and I find that it's better for my hands. I find them so much easier to use. I've got, like I said, I've got a few that I've used and I do like them, but I feel like it's just a lot quicker to use my GHDs. I don't know why that is. I think just maybe practice. I've practiced so much that I have finally got into a good place. I'm sure curling tongs are easy to use, but it's probably just me because I'm used to this now. If you do want more of like just a wavy look, then you can just brush these out, literally just using a hairbrush or a comb and just brushing through them. I do tend to go through with my fingers as well, just to be a bit more of a relaxed look, because I feel like right now it is quite curly. But yeah, I'm really into that like relaxed, loose waves. And yeah, once it's fully cool down, then I will put some hairspray on and just set it all into place, and this would normally last me 2 to 3 days as well. So yeah, really happy with this. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and yeah, look forward to seeing you next time.